right, welcome back. San Antonio Park, Buena Park, California. 14U competition between I-5 and Batbusters. For I-5, this is Jordan leading off. First pitch taken low for a ball, ball one. Looks like Gabby Tejeda is on the mound for Batbusters. Next pitch, off-speed pitch taken for a ball. So Gabby Tejeda for the Batbusters on the mound. Here's the pitch on the way, off-speed, swing and a miss. Jordan Castrillon. Mentioned she's a shortstop, catcher, utility, bats right, throws right, goes to Los Alamitos High School, GPA 3.8, graduates 2026. Next pitch is fouled straight back. All right, Gabby's set. She's ready. Has got the pitch. Delivery, ground ball. Hit slowly to third. Throw to first. In time. That is a nice play by the third baseman. Now, honestly, I thought that ball went off her foot, but she ran. So maybe it was the soft dirt out in front of the plate it hit, because it came out of the box weird. It looked like the ball went off her foot, but she ran, so the first out is retired. Next pitch, next batter is Ava Chavez, number 82. She fouls it off third base side. Now, I'm sitting close to the dugout here, so I got some tidbit for you. I probably shouldn't share it, but I will. I said, it looked like it went off her foot the way it came out of the box, and she said it did. She said it did hit her off the foot. Ground ball to short. Throw to first in time, but that play was closer than what it should have been. The shortstop kind of casually took her time, and give credit to Ava for running down hard. Oh, bug him. So Chavez went down the line hard. She made that play closer than what it should have been. That's a routine ground ball to shortstop. So there's two outs. Here's Ramirez, hits the ground ball to short. Once again, throw to first. In time, side retired. So no runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the bottom of first. No score.
Make it so the umpire. Here's what happened. From here, I said that looked. To me, I go. That looked like it went off her foot by the way it went out down the third. But the problem is she ran. So that's an admission of guilt.
It went straight. There was no deflection. There's deflection. It's a no-brainer. I see it.
That happened.
I thought she's told to run. That's right. I'm with you.
I get that, but here's the deal. But
how do you see that? The front of the foot. You can't see that. If you want to try, you get back here and you tell me how you can see that. You can't see that. Otherwise, I would call it. I'll talk to you the way you talk to me. Move on. You move on.
I agree.
All right, welcome back. San Antonio Park, 14U friendly between I-5 and Batbusters. I-5 went down in the first inning with no score. Batbusters coming up for the first time in the bottom of the first inning. And for the Batbusters, looks like Kennedy Pine, the left fielder, number 18, right-handed batter. Glad you could join us. San Antonio Park, 14U friendly. First pitch, just missed her. Okay, inside. Taken for a ball, ball one. This is Viviana Ramirez for I-5. She started the last game, out there again this game. Here's the 1-0 pitch, taken high, ball two, 2-0. Kalia's on deck for Batbusters. Next pitch taken low for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Kennedy Pine. On deck is Kalia Kunkel. Here's the 3-0 pitch on the way. Almost hit her, ball 4. So the Batbusters get the leadoff batter. Here's Kalia, number 2 hitter. Right-handed batter, where's number 55? Mila Pine is on deck. Just starting here. Last game of the day for us. I-5 and Batbusters, 14U friendly. All right, Kalia steps in. Viviana's ready, and here's the pitch on the way. Shows bunt, gets it down, and goes foul. So no balls, 1 strike. Don't forget, I want to mention this once again. Coming January 7th, head-to-head competition. It's going to be at Charter Oak High School, okay? And this is invite only, okay? And it's a full 7-inning game. There's no time limit. We've done this before. It's been great. It's a hit, and we're bringing it back. And next pitch, the batter gets hit. So they're going to let her stay. No, they're going to tell her to take first base, and the number 3 hitter is going to come up, who is Mila Pine. But the January 7th head-to-head competition at Charter Oak High School is going to be terrific. It's invite only, no time limit, no time limit, full 7-inning game. So it's great competition, and it's been a big hit. We're bringing it back, so make sure you check that out. All right, we're back, we're ready, and the number 3 hitter is Mila Pine. She shows bunt. She's a left-handed batter. Right fielder. Where's 00? First and second for the Batbusters, nobody out. Tatiana Rosa is on deck. Vivi's ready. Here's a pitch taken high. Again, you got the defense rotating. The number 3 hitter showed bunt. Third baseman crashes. Shortstop goes to third to make sure that they don't steal third base on them. You see that a lot in high school friendlies. Next pitch, taken outside. So first and second, nobody out for the Batbusters. Looking to get something here early on I-5. Shows bunt. Ball was way high, and she bunted it foul. And you'll see that where usually the pitch selection is going to be a ball up just for that reason. Hopefully you pop it up. They do that in bunt situations or to slap hitters. Vivi's ready. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Throw down a second, and it's on the right side of the bag. Runner gets back. So that was strike 3 called. So that's the first out. So here's Tatiana Rosa. She's the EH, extra hitter. batting fourth. Right-handed batter. Where's number 2? So you have first and second, 1 out. Infield fly rules in effect. Ramirez is ready, swing and a miss. Mentioned Viviana Ramirez for I-5 goes to Moore Park High School, GPA 3.8. She can also play the outfield, class of 2026. Viviana Ramirez. Where's number 16? Big right-hander. Here's the pitch, taken high. On deck is Sophia Toledo, the catcher, number 5 hitter. Ramirez is ready. Here's a pitch and a swing on a high rise ball, and down goes Rosa. So that's the second out. So you got first and second, 2 outs now. And that's going to bring up number 23, the catcher, Sophia Toledo. Ramirez is ready. Here's the pitch, taken low for a ball. Viv is ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Oh, nice play by the second baseman. Ball almost went into center field. The runner wouldn't have been able to advance anyway because the center fielder is going toward the play, which is the right thing to do as a backup. And plus she had to dive back. There's no way she gets up and goes to third on that. So no harm. Runners remain. First and second. Vivi's ready. Here's the pitch. Line foul, first base side. Skyla's on deck, number 6 hitter for the Batbusters. Bottom of the first, no score. 14U friendly here at San Antonio Park. Here's the pitch, taken high over the zone. Ramirez is ready. Here's the pitch on the way. Popped up in the infield, and the ball is going to bounce. No play, and that's actually going to go as a hit. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what happened here now. There was a bloop. I'll see if I can get word on what just took place. There was a little pop-up in the infield. The ball landed. And we'll get word for you. We'll be back right after this. No score. Go to the top of the second.
You got to feel the ball. Make them run into you. There was no contact. It kind of looked like it from back there.
Oh, okay. So there was.
She hindered the fielder fielding that ball. Well, she gets right to run. The fielder gets the right to field the ball.
Correct. Okay, so the runner made contact
With the fielder.
hindering her from making that play.
That's what it
So
looked
you
like.
called dead ball out, inning over.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll announce that because I go, it can't be infield fly because if there's 2 outs, there's no infield fly in that effect. So I'm going, let me find out. Okay, good. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, big guy.
All right, we're back. We go to the top of the second, no score. Let me tell you what took place here in the first inning here. There was runners at first and second. So what happened, there was a pop-up in the infield, and the runner hindered the fielder from making the play. So even though there was no contact, the umpire ruled that the runner hindered her from making a play even though there was no contact. So the call is it's an out, it's a dead ball, it's out. But since there was 2 outs, that was the final out, and that ended the inning. If there was less than 2 outs, that could have been possibly an infield fly if it's hit high enough, but that's got to be determined by the umpire. So that's what took place. So we just want to fill you in, let you know. So we got you caught up. All right, so we go to the bottom of the second. No score. Oh, nice change there. That was a great off-speed pitch. Let's see, that's Tejeda. And let's see who's batting here for I-5 Elaine Tejas. Number 31, right-handed batter. She's a middle infielder. She can also pitch. I mentioned she goes to Notre Dame High School. Bats right, throws right, GPA 3.6, class of 2026. All right, Tejada's ready. Here's the pitch on the way, taken low in the dirt. Next pitch, ground ball hit the shortstop. Throw to first in time for the first out. So 1 out in the second. And that's going to bring up Blair Rooney. She's a catcher, third baseman, bats right, throws right, goes to Valencia High School, GPA 4.3. Class of 2026. Sandy Correa's on deck. Tejada's ready. Here's the pitch, taken low and outside. Ball one to Blair. Just getting started, top of the second, no score between I-5 and Batbusters, 14U friendly. If you missed the last game, Batbusters beat I-5 6-0. And the next pitch, line drive, center field, base hit. Good piece of hitting by Blair. So base hit for Blair. That's going to bring up Sandy Correa. She's a catcher, third baseman, bats right, throws right, goes to Venice High School, GPA 3.5, class of 2026. Right-handed batter wears number 01. So Tejada's ready, steps on the rubber, gets the pitch, and throws a strike. Ochoa's on deck for I-5. Tejada's ready. He's on the mound. First name is Gabby. Set. Here's the pitch. Slow roller hit to third. Foul ball. Good call by the umpire. We'll mention it again. All the men and women that do the umpiring for these friendlies, they do a great job. Because remember, they're by themselves. There's not a crew here. They're just by themselves. So they got to, do the bases as well and get themselves in position. So they do an outstanding job, and they certainly are appreciated. All right, Gabby's ready. Here's the pitch on the way. Ground ball, third base side, foul. So runner at first still. That's Blair. She singled to center. Next pitch, grounded, foul. It was funny. We were talking about this earlier, Adrian and I. The coaches sit on the outside on their buckets. And it's surprising that they don't get hit more often. And there's been 2 balls hit that way, and the one coach that's not on the bucket has fielded both balls to save the guys who are sitting. Next pitch by Tejada is swung on and miss to Carrera, so she strikes out, and that's going to bring up Addison Ochoa. Addison is first baseman, left-handed pitcher, bats left, throws left, goes to Stockdale High School, GPA 3.9, class of 2026. First pitch, off speed in the dirt, runner goes, almost like on a delay, throw, goes into center field, so that's going to be a stolen base. It was almost like a delay in a sense. And the reason for that is because the runner was reacting to the pitch. The pitch was in the dirt, and usually you're taught if the ball hits the dirt, break. Because by the time the catcher fields it, transfers, makes the throw, more than likely you're going to be safe. So it wasn't a delay steal. It was just a delay reaction because the ball was in the dirt, and she took off. So a stolen base, next pitch in the dirt again. This time it gets by the catcher, and the runner advances to third. So that's Blair Rooney at third base now. And this is Ochoa with a chance right here for I-5 to get on the board here. Tejada's ready. Line drive, right field, base hit. That's going to go to the wall. That's extra bases. Blair will score, and Ochoa cruises into second with the stand-up double. So a big hit there by Ochoa, and I-5 draws first blood. They leave 1-0. So that's going to bring up Daniela Escamilla. First pitch taken low for a ball. Outfielder, shortstop, bats right, throws right. Vasquez High School, GPA 4.0. She's class of 2027. Right-handed batter, wears number 11. Gabby Tejada on the mound. Big hit by Ochoa. RBI double. I-5 leads 1-0. Off speed, a little high. Rosie Salazar is on deck. Okay, Tejada, first name Gabby, about set, gets the pitch, steps on the rubber. She sets, she's ready, delivers, low in the dirt. Coaches are barking out the numbers to the pitcher. She gets it. Next pitch, taken for a strike. That was a 3-0 count, so she was taken there. Count is now 3-1 to Daniela. Mentioned Rosie Salazar is on deck. Ochoa at second with an RBI double. Next pitch, slow grounder hit to third. Throw to first, and it's offline. Gets by the first baseman. Blair will score to score the second run in this inning. And that's going to be an E5 on the throw because it drew the first baseman off the bag. So it's 2-0 I-5. And here's Rosie Salazar. She's a pitcher, outfielder, second baseman, bats right, throws right, goes to Grace Brethren High School, GPA 4.0, class of 2026, bats right. Where's number 4? First pitch is grounded, right side foul. 0-1 to Rosie. On deck is Jazzy Rios. We're in the second, 2-0. Both runs coming in the second inning for I-5. We're in the top half. Glad you could join us. Don't forget, January 7th, head-to-head competition at Charter Oak High School. Check it out. Full 7 innings, no time limit. Here's the pitch on the way. Off speed, got it up. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. Ball got by the shortstop. So I-5 is being a little bit more aggressive this game. Putting runners in motion. Getting runners in scoring position. And they have a 2-0 lead. Okay, Gabby is set. Here's the pitch on the way. Rounded foul, third base side. Let me mention I-5 is out of Ventura, coached by Banbrook and Shea. Next pitch is in the dirt. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Salazar. She did a nice job coming in last game to kind of put the fire out. Ground ball to the shortstop who backs up on the ball. She's not going to have any play. You can't do that. You got to come toward the ball. We call that play downhill, means you got to charge the ball. She backed up, let the ball play her, and she was on her heels, and she was so deep she didn't even have a chance to make a throw. So actually that's going to go as an infield hit for Rosie Salazar. The runner at second goes to third. See, if you attack that ball and play downhill, you might have a play at third, maybe. Because usually you want the ball to go through on the left side before the runner at second goes to third. But nonetheless, first and second. Runner at first goes down to second. That won't be a stolen base. They call that defense indifference, allowing the runner to go down to second base. So you got second and third for I-5. 2 in, looking for more. And this is Rios at the plate hitting. She takes a strike. Now Tejada, the pitcher, Gabby, she better be careful with her changeup. She's been leaving it up. And that's exactly where you don't want that pitch. But the few changeups that she has thrown, they have been up. It's an effective pitch, but the most important place for that pitch, down. That's the most effective for her. Next pitch is taken for a strike. Gabby's ready. Here's the pitch. The ball's in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. Got to be a wall back there with runners at second and third. Gabby's ready, set, and here's the delivery, down low. Count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jazzy, last name is Rios. Where's number 22, bats right-handed. Number 10 hitter. Here's a pitch. Ground ball hit to short, fielded by the shortstop, throw to first, in time, side retired. 2 runs, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0, I-5. All right, welcome back. San Antonio Park, I-5 leads Batbusters 2-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Want to give special thanks to Elite Fastpitch Softball, making this possible. Queen of Queens, 16U, 14U friendlies today here at San Antonio Park. Also, give props to our camera crew, Jesse, Sage, and Big Al. They do a terrific job. And like I mentioned earlier, we have to get here so early to make this possible for you to enjoy Fastpitch Softball at fastpitchfilms.com. A lot of cable they got to lay out, cameras, the positioning, the right angles, and everything else. So props to Jesse, Sage, and Big Al for doing the camera work, Gennaro for the graphics, Sam, all the special work that she does, and of course the main guy, Adrian. He makes this all possible for you to enjoy Fastpitch Softball. So special thanks to everybody. I'm Dale Lopes calling the play-by-play. Glad you could join us. Back to the action here, a swing and a miss. And that's Skyla. She's the center fielder. She hits a fly ball to shallow right. Oh, and the ball's going to land for a base hit. So the second baseman for I-5's had some trouble going back on the ball. And those some of those balls have landed in when they could have been caught. What we always say is that you don't want to give teams 4 or 5 outs an inning because it's difficult to win to do that. Because not only are you giving up extra outs, you're giving up 60 feet. So Skyla's on, and that's going to bring up Maisie Casio. Maisie Casio, she's an EH. Got a lot of EHs in the lineup because they're going to bat 13. And friendlies, that's normal and common. Gives everybody a chance to get some playing time. Pitch taken for a strike on Maisie. M-A-Z-Y, Maisie. Jordan's on deck. 2-0, I-5. Ramirez is ready. Here's the pitch. Taken low. Let's see what Batbusters do here. You got a runner at first and a left-handed batter. The catcher keeps coming up because she's not sure if the runner's going to go or not. Looks like good speed at first. Skyla. Batbusters trail 2-0. Next pitch is down low. Ramirez trying to find her rhythm here. First name is Viviana, goes by Vivi. She's set, she's ready, here's the pitch. Taken high, ball 4. So the first 2 are on for Batbusters. Nobody out. And let's see, this should be Jordan Noriega. Again, another EH, extra hitter. Bats 8th in lineup. Where's number 32, right-handed batter. Jordan Noriega. So Batbusters, first and second, nobody out. First pitch, taken low, ball 1. Vivi's ready, gets the sign. Here's the pitch on the way. Taken high, throw to first. She's back. See now, when the catcher throws a first with the runner at second as well, so you have first and second, she throws down to first, the runner at second's going back to the bag. You shouldn't be going back to the bag. You should be going toward third. If that ball gets away, you break to third. And sometimes, and I've seen this more in baseball than I have in softball, in that situation, first and second, catcher throws to first, I've seen the runner break from second to third. Now, it's different in baseball because they can lead off. They can get that secondary lead. A little different. Fast pitch, you can't lead off. Pitch taken for a strike. Doesn't mean you have to go in that situation, but it's something that you think about, and if there's an opportunity, then you do go. All right, Vivi's ready. Gets a sign. Oh, batter steps out. All right, now we're set. We're ready. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed. Just missed for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. So a chance here for Batbusters. So I think there's bases loaded, nobody out. And that's going to bring up, let's see here, the number 9 hitter, Natalie Rodarte, number 10. She's an EH. Number 9 hitter. So here's Natalie. Ramirez is ready. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. She pulled off that a little bit, meaning her front side is opening up. So she's pulling off on the ball. And when you do that, you lose plate coverage on the outside. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Taken low outside. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike, no out. Bases loaded. 2-0 I-5. We're only in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. The throw is cut off, and that's going to be a double. And the Batbusters, just like that, answer with 2 in the second as well. See, actually, that throw should have went into second base there instead of the cutoff, because by throwing to the cutoff there, it allowed the batter to get to second now. So you have second and third. So still nobody out, 2 in, second and third, and a 2-2 tie. There's a bunt, back to the pitcher, they go home. Not in time. Not in time. So I want to say that was more of a safety squeeze, of course, meaning that she took a lead but didn't break until the ball was down. It was fielded by the pitcher. She flipped to the catcher, not in time. So the third run is in for Batbusters, so they take a 3-2 lead. So Batbusters playing small ball here. And this is the third baseman, Kimmy. Looks like McDonald, number 49. She's the third baseman. Throw to third, runner's back. Okay, so the runner at first goes down to second base. You see that a lot in this first and third situation. You don't want to double steal where the runner at third comes home and the runner goes down to second. So a lot of times they either cut it off or they throw it down to third. So here's Kimmy, number 11 batter. Batbusters already have 3 in. They try to bunt here. She bunts right through it. And you see that a lot. You see a lot of these like small ball, runners at third. They're bunting, squeezing, just to try to get that runner in from third. Next pitch is fouled straight back, which I understand when you're in the bottom of the order, which they are, the number 11 hitter. I've actually seen it with middle of the order hitters, which is somewhat unusual because there's a reason why they're hitting the middle of the order. They're productive. They can drive the ball because very seldom you probably ask your 3, 4, 5 hitters to bunt. So why are you going to ask them to do something they're not accustomed to doing? They're accustomed to hitting the ball, driving the ball. I say give them an opportunity. But the game is coached differently than men's fast pitch. It's definitely coached different than baseball. Strike 3 called. So down goes Kimmy. And I think this is Gabby Tejeda, the pitcher. So she's batting 12th. She's going to hit. I believe that's the first out this inning. Softball is a totally different game than baseball. Everything's a third smaller. It's quicker. And being that I played both, I totally get it. And being a former baseball player playing fast pitch softball at an elite level, at the highest level, boy, do you have to make adjustments. I'll give you an idea. There was a pitcher from New Zealand named Paul Algar. He was clocked at 93 miles per hour. This is fast pitch softball from 46 feet. And they said that was his 5th game. He had a tired arm. So it's a much quicker game. Obviously, it's low scoring when you play at that elite level. And I have the privilege to coach and play at those levels. And it was a tremendous experience. Traveled all over the country. And fast pitch softball is just a sport you just can't beat. Line drive to center field, base hit. Big hit by Gabby Tejeda to help herself. So that's an RBI. Runner at second goes to third, so you got first and third here. So 4 runs in so far for Batbusters. They respond after giving up 2 in the top of 2. And they come back with 4 here in the bottom of the second and have a 4-2 lead. So when I came out of baseball to play fast pitch softball, I was a day late on everything. I had to modify my swing, shorten things up because it's a much quicker game. The bases are a third smaller. The fences are a third closer in. So it's a big adjustment. And you can tell baseball players playing fast pitch softball because they don't make that adjustment right away, and they struggle. And that's what this game is. Nothing but adjustments. You've got to make adjustments. Whether it's pitching, hitting, field, you got to make those adjustments. That's all this game is, adjustments. All right, back to the action. Ramirez on the mound. I-5 trails now 4-2. We have runners at first and third. Let's see what the Batbusters do here if they send the runner. They do. They don't throw. So you now have second and third. And this is Haley Franco, the number 13 batter. She's the second baseman. So Batbusters, they're batting everybody, all 13. And it's a bunt, first base side, foul. And like I mentioned, you see that a lot, especially at the lower part of the lineup. They're just trying to get runners in. And that's one of the adjustments that I had to make as a coach, an understanding in fast pitch softball, especially the girls level, because at the men's level you don't see a lot of that. But at the girls level, you do see a lot of small ball like this. Next pitch almost hits her. It's in the dirt. But that's what's great about this game. That's what's great about this game, right? Expect the unexpected. You never know. Make the adjustment and do what you got to do. All right, Ramirez is ready. Here's the pitch. She bunts it, and it's foul. Good call. Ball was behind the plate. So Haley Franco is the batter. She's playing second base. 13th batter in this lineup. Where's number 35, right-handed batter? Ramirez is still on the mound for I-5. Next pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. So Vivi's on the mound. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. That's actually strike three. So there's 2 outs in the inning now. And we're going to go to the top of the lineup, and this is Kennedy Pine, the left fielder, number 18. That's right. 2 outs. Second and third. Bottom of 2. 4-2 Batbusters. Ramirez is ready. Here's the first pitch, taken for a strike. A good pitch on the inside part of the plate. And like I mentioned earlier last game, this umpire is calling that inside pitch. So as a hitter, once again, here's that word, you got to make that adjustment to his zone. Next pitch, swung on a miss. 0-2. You want to be smart here now if you're Vivi, sorry about that, the pitcher, because you're ahead 0-2. You don't want nothing center cut here. You want to stay off the plate, out of the zone. And she does. Ball taken outside. That's good. Still ahead on the count as a pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, second and third. 4 in, 4-2 Batbusters. This game's only in the second inning. Here's a pitch. Strike 3 called. Too close to take for 2 strikes. That's going to do it for the Batbusters, but they do get 4. And we go to the top of the third. 4-2 Batbusters.
No, I got it. Yeah. I'm just making do with what I have. Hey, we're making it happen, baby. San Antonio, man. San Antonio. And I don't mean the park. I mean the city. San Antonio, Texas. How many coaches are going to be there? How come I'm not one of the coaches there, man? I got world-class experience, man. You had me do a speech. Tell Sanchez he's got nothing on me. Nothing, man. Nothing. Dirty. Yeah, exactly. DS. We'll call him DS. We'll call him DS. Sounds like BS. But DS. All right, we're back. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're back in 3, 2, 1, we're on.
All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning. Batbusters responded to I-5, who got 2 in the top of the second. Batbusters got 4 in the bottom of the second, and they lead 4-2 going to the top of the third. Okay, for I-5, it's Sarah at the plate hitting. And let's see, I think we have a new pitcher for Batbusters. We'll get that to you right away. Let's see. And it looks like it is Haley Franco, who was at second base. She's now come in to pitch. Haley Franco's the new pitcher for Batbusters. Next pitch, line down the third base line, foul. So Sarah Olegu, she's a middle infielder, outfielder, bats right, throws right, John F. Kennedy High School, GPA 3.5, class of 2026. Franco delivers, next pitch, line drive to left field, and it's caught. So Sarah hit it well, but right at the left fielder. And that's the first out. And that's going to bring up Dylan Fisher, number 8, right-handed batter. Plays right field. First pitch, was that a check swing? I heard a tip. Unless that was a catcher's glove. Umpire shaking his head. I think somebody asked as well. I'm sure the Batbuster coaches. So a ball. Okay. Here's the next pitch. Taking a bit high. Count is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Dylan Fisher. Haley Franco on the mound for the Batbusters. Where's number 35, right-hander. She gets her sign, and here's the 2-0 pitch on the way, taking low 3-0. Jordan's on deck for I-5. Here's the 3-0 pitch, taken high, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to the number 12 hitter, Dylan Fisher. It's going to bring up the leadoff batter. That's Jordan Castellon. She's the shortstop, right-handed batter. Where's number 45? Franco's ready. Here's the pitch on the way. Taken low. So Franco's having trouble finding the strike zone. That's 5 consecutive balls. Chavez is on deck, number 2 hitter for I-5. Jordan at the plate, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch on the way. Base hit left field. So Jordan, solid single to left. Here comes I-5, first and second, nobody out. And that's Ava Chavez is going to come up, right-handed batter, number 82. Plays third base. So now you're getting into the middle of the order here with nobody out. First and second for I-5. They trail by 2. Let's see what they do here. Do they bunt? No, they let her swing. First pitch taken high for a ball. And then, of course, friendlies are played a little different than high school ball, that sort of thing, or tournament play. You know, your number 2 hitter. Now, the situation trailing by 2, you think, okay, bunt him over, get the tying run in scoring position. But it's a friendly, right? So you say, hey, go up there and hit. There might be things you want to work on. And in a friendly, it gives you the opportunity to do that. Okay, that pitch was down in the dirt. Next pitch. High fly ball, should be playable. Left field's coming in, center field comes in. Whoa, she almost overran it. She was coming in hard. The left fielder and center fielder were coming together. The center fielder has right away, and she almost caught the ball behind her because she almost overran that. But she executed the play, made the out. That's the first out. Runners remain at first and second. Okay, now we get into the middle of the lineup here for I-5, and this is Vivi Ramirez, who's the pitcher. She bats third. First pitch is taken high for a ball. So runners at first and second, one out. Number 3 hitter, Vivi Ramirez at the plate. She hits a high fly ball to deep center field. Back goes the center fielder, and it is caught. And that's going to do it. So, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of 3, 4-2 Batbusters. All right, welcome back. San Antonio Park on Buena Park, 14U friendly. I-5 Batbusters. Bottom of 3rd inning, 4-2 Batbusters. If you're just joining us, don't forget to check out Fast Pitch Films for all your softball content, softball needs. If you want to watch any of these games that are being played today, you can do so. Go to fastpitchfilms.com. All right, we're set, we're ready. And we have a new pitcher for I-5. That is Rosie Salazar. She came in relief last game, did a nice job. So Rosie's back out there again. Pitch is swung on and miss. And this is Kalia Kunkel at the plate, the number 2 hitter. Where's number 55? She's an EH, extra hitter. Bats second in the lineup. Next pitch is taken high. Mila Pines on deck, the number 3 hitter. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. 4-2 Batbusters. Next pitch taken for a strike. Good pitch by Rosie. Rosie's set. She's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Kalia. So 1 out. Like I mentioned, Rosie did a nice job last game coming in and keeping things in order. She came in with 6-0, and that ended up being the final, so she did a nice job in just holding things down. Here's Mila Pine, left-handed batter. Where's 00, right fielder. First pitch taken for a strike, so Rosie's just pounding that strike zone, and as a coach, you love that. You want your pitchers to pound the strike zone. The last thing you want is charity, freebies, meaning walks. You don't want to give that up. Let your defense play behind you. Just like this. Ground ball hit slowly to second, throw to first, in time. It's 2 outs. Let your defense play behind you. The odds are in your favor. You don't want your pitcher to go out there and get behind, walk batters. That will give a coach gray hair, trust me. All right, let's see. So this should be Tatiana Rosa, number 4 hitter. She wears number 2. She's an EH. Rosie's ready. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. So she's coming in. She's throwing strikes. She's got a good rhythm, and that's what you want. You want your pitcher to throw strikes. Here's a pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And we were talking about this earlier, Adrian and I. We were saying that you don't have to throw hard to win. You just have to be effective, hit your spots, locate, and throw strikes. And if you do that, you can win games. Trust me. And I'll give you a perfect example. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, the side retired. Those who are old enough to remember Greg Maddux as a big league pitcher. He's in the Hall of Fame. His fastball was clocked at 89 miles per hour. But here's a stat for you. Listen to this. He threw 89 miles per hour. He had 17 consecutive seasons where he won at least 15 games. 17 consecutive seasons where he won at least 15 games. You know what his value would be today? $45 million per season. Did he throw hard? No. He was smart, hit his spots, hit his location, kept the hitter off balance, and it was a 4-quadrant pitcher. And he worked fast, and his defense loved that. He pitched a complete game through 86 pitches in like an hour and 10 minutes. It's something ridiculous like that. That's no lie. Look it up. Greg Maddux, he's in the Hall of Fame. His brother is the new pitching coach for the Texas Rangers with Bruce Bochy. So you don't have to throw hard to win. You just have to locate, throw strikes, and if you can do that, trust me, you can win a lot of games. All right, so we go to the top of the 4th inning here. 4-2 Batbusters. And once again, we want to give special thanks to Elite Fastpitch Softball for making this all possible. The Queen of Queens. 16U, 14U friendlies today here at San Antonio Park. And also props to FastPitchFilms.com, bringing this to you live here. We've enjoyed it. So if you want to check out any of these games, go to FastPitchFilms.com and check out all your softball content, softball needs. Check us out at FastPitchFilms.com. All right, first pitch is taken high for a ball. Here's the next pitch on the way. Called strike. This is Elaine Tejas, number 4 hitter, second baseman. Oh, nice off-speed pitch, and that ball was hit hard right on the line to the third baseman. So that ball was well struck right at the third baseman, made a nice play. So that's the first out. It's going to bring up the number 5 batter, Blair Rooney. And Haley Franco is still on the mound for the Batbusters. So top of 4, 4-2 Batbusters. Here's Blair. She got it started in the second inning when I-5 scored both their runs. First pitch taken low for a ball, ball 1. Franco's ready. Here's a pitch, popped up. Third base side, out of play. Mentioned Blair goes to Valencia High School. GPA of 4.3. Here's a pitch by Franco. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. That ball was well struck, but it was foul. All right, Franco's ready. Gets a pitch. Here's the delivery. Taken high. Two balls, two strikes to Blair. Sandy's on deck. Franco's ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Popped up right by me. Heads up. There you go. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes to Blair. Last name Rooney. Where's number 7? Bats right-handed. Haley Franco's on the mound for Batbusters. Number 35, right-hander. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed. You could hear even the Batbuster coaches say, ooh. Again, tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Okay, Franco's ready. Here's the pitch. Change in the dirt. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, let's see. Okay, I want to say that was ball 4, which it was, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to let Blair continue to hit, and they're going to get a runner. So, which I mentioned before, you can do that in friendlies. You can have the same batter bat if you want her to get more work and get some quality ABs. So there's a runner at first. Next pitch goes to the backstop, so the runner goes down to second base. So Blair stays at the plate. Runner at second now for I-5. No outs. Next pitch taken high for a ball. Top of 4, 4-2 Batbusters. They lead I-5. Runner at second, nobody out for I-5. Frank on the mound. She gets the pitch, delivery, and that ball is crushed, foul, left field side. Okay, we're waiting for a ball to come back into play. Franco's got one. 2 balls and 1 strike to Blair. Franco's ready. Ball's in the dirt. 3-1. Runner goes to third. Throw! Too late. Good base running. Good read by the runner at second. Ball went in the dirt. Like again, once again, like I mentioned, most of these kids are taught ball hits the dirt, break. If you hesitate, too late. If you just go on your instinct and react, because it's already in your mind, you're thinking that, anticipating that anyway. When it happens, you break, you can make it. She did. So now you got a runner at third, nobody out. And Blair hits another ball, foul, third base side. So now what Blair wants to do is try to get this ball to the outfield so the runner can at least tag. I mean, yeah, you want to get a base hit here, of course, or something, right? But if not, you want to try to get the ball to the outfield. Oh, and she got jammed. She pops it up to the pitcher, and it's caught by Franco, the pitcher. So that's the first out. So 1 out, runner at third. And Sandy Correa is coming up. Where's number 01? Bats 6th in the order. She's the catcher. So 1 out, runner at third. It's a big run here for I-5. They trail by 2. You got to get this run here in. First pitch, change up in the dirt for a ball. Anytime you have a runner at third, less than 2 outs, in this case, they had no outs. You got to get that runner home. You got to get that run in. 1-0 pitch, taken low, 2-0. So what we call this again, hitters count 2-0. Basically, what you want to do, at least my approach is, and what I teach as a hitting instructor, as a 2-0 count, you want to lock in 1 pitch, 1 spot, and that's it. If it's not in your spot, even if it's strike, you take it. She got jammed. She popped it up to shortstop, and that's going to retire the side. So No runs, no hits, one left. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-2 Batbusters.
You been here all day? Huh? You been here all day?
All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Batbusters leading I-5 4-2. Rosie's back on the mound for I-5, and once again, pounding the strike zone, 0-1, ahead on the count. And this is Sophia Toledo. She hits the ball to right field, lands in for a hit. We used to call those Texas leaguers, a blooper or a duck snort. Nonetheless, it's a knock. That's a hit. So Toledo's on. And that's going to bring up Skylar. She's the center fielder. Wears number 9. Bats right-handed. And Salazar still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. So just like that, Batbusters get first and second. Nobody out. Here they come. Here comes Maisie. Maisie Acasio, she's the EH, one of the EHs. They have quite a few in this lineup. They have 5 because they're batting everybody. Left-handed batter. Okay. Where's number 1? And again, she shows bunt, and you get that rotation play. Shortstop goes to third baseman's crashing. You don't want that runner to beat the shortstop to third base. She shows bunt, pulls it back, taken high for a ball. Because as a defensive team, when you're on the field defensively, if you're going to give up a base, you want to try to get an out. You don't want to give up a base not getting an out. So that's why they have this rotation. Third baseman crashes, shortstop goes to second. First baseman stays back, second baseman goes to second. Pitcher has to come off the mound and field her position. And that's what I-5's doing. The first baseman is staying back. So really, if you are going to bunt in this situation, you want to bunt down toward the first base line because you have more room because the first baseman's staying back because the second baseman's going to second, shortstop's going to third, third is crashing. And look at this. Boy, you talk about a great push bunt. The third baseman crashed so hard, okay, she pushed, meaning Maisie, she pushed the ball between the pitcher and the third baseman, and it was fielded by the shortstop. So that goes as a bunt hit, which now loads the bases with nobody out. So a chance for a big inning for Batbusters here, who are already leading 4-2. So here is Jordan Noriega. First pitch taken high for a ball. She's the number 8 hitter. She's an EH. Where's number 32? Bats right-handed. So no outs. Bases loaded. Batbusters already leading 4-2, looking for more. Next pitch taken for a strike. That was a great, like, push bunt. She pushed it right past the third baseman, in between the pitcher and the third baseman for a knock. Here's a pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Okay, I believe the count is 1-2 to Noriega, first name Jordan. Salazar's ready, first name Rosie. Here's the pitch, taken high. So the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 3 on. Batbusters looking for more. They lead by 2. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled away, right side, out of play. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bases loaded. Getting to the bottom of the order here, number 8 hitter. Now remember, they're batting 13, meaning the Batbusters. 2-2 pitch, taken high. Count is full, 3-2. So the infield for I-5 is playing in because they can't afford to give up any more. So the play is going to be at the plate. You got to force there. And the pitch, it's going to be a fly ball to shallow right. The throw to the plate. The runners have to hold. And the runner first almost went to second. I'm not sure why. Because that ball was hit so shallow, nobody could advance. But she got back. So the out is recorded. That's the first out. And that's going to bring up Natalie. Looks like Rodarto, Natalie Rodarto. She's an EH. Number 9 hitter. Bats right-handed. Where's number 10? So that's a big out there for Rosie. Ground ball, foul, third base side. That's why you tell the runners at third, when you go down the line, when the pitch is released, you go into foul territory. If the ball hits you, it's a foul ball. Okay? Or a dead ball, because it hits you. But you're not out. If you're on the inside and it hits you, you're out. That's why you go down on the outside. Pitch is taken high for a ball. So bases loaded. Chance here for Batbusters. Rosie's ready. Here's a pitch. Strike 3 call. Big out there. See, that's 2 outs. Wow, if Rosie can get out of this, this would be a huge lift for I-5 because they had bases loaded, nobody out. And in that situation, you got to get at least 1. I always say at least 2. So let's see if she can get out of it. This brings up Talia, the first baseman, number 10 hitter, right-handed batter. Where's number 14? Talia. Rosie's ready. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. This would be a huge boost for I-5 if they can get out of this without giving up anything with the bases loaded, nobody out. Wow. Here's a pitch, and it looks like she's going to do it. Popped up to the shortstop, makes the play, and how do you do? So Rosie Salazar gets out of a bases loaded jam with nobody out, and the Batbusters leave 3. And we go to the top of the 5th. It's 4-2. Batbusters. Hey folks, don't forget, January 7th, Charter Oak High School, head-to-head competition, invite only, no time limit, full 7 innings. We've done this before. It's backed by popular demand. It's been a great event. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Go to fastpitchfilms.com. That's January 7th, Charter Oak High School, head-to-head competition, brought to you by Fast Pitch Films. We love doing it, and it's great competition. Also, once again, thanks to Elite Fastpitch Softball for putting on the Queen of Queens Fast Pitch friendlies here, 16U Division, 14U Division, and of course, the entire staff here at Fast Pitch Films. I'm Dale Lopes, bringing you the game here, doing the play-by-play. Jesse Sage, Big L on the cameras, doing a great job. Gennaro on graphics, and Sammy and Adrian, special thanks to them, always doing a wonderful job making this all possible. All right, back to the action. First pitch, fly ball to shallow left. Now the left fielder broke back, and the ball landed in front. So that's a base hit there. So that's a leadoff single for I-5. And I think that was Ochoa. Yeah, that's Addison Ochoa got the base hit there to left field. This is Daniela, number 8 hitter, right-handed batter, number 11. Center fielder. So a chance. This would be something. Next pitch is fouled and it's straight back. Strike 1 to Daniela. If I-5 can come back and get a run or two here, that would be huge for them after the Batbusters left the bases loaded with nobody out. That would be a huge swing. And you say, well, it's only friendly, who cares? No, if you're keeping score, listen, you're playing to win. Ochoa goes down to second, throw goes into center field. That's a stolen base. She went on a good pitch. It was an off-speed pitch in the dirt. I always said this, anytime you're keeping score, I'm playing to win. So we're keeping score here. So I-5 now has a runner at second base. That's huge because you stay out of a double play and a force out. So you got a runner in scoring position. Next pitch taken low for a ball. On deck is Rosie Salazar, the pitcher. Franco's ready, set, hits a ground ball, foul. Umpire called it foul.
It hit the base, he said it was foul ball.
Now I have a tough angle here because I am on the first base side near the dugout. He called it foul. Some of the fans are screaming it hit the bag, it went over the bag. Now, I'll get to that in a second. Next pitch is a base hit to right center. Runner should score, and she will. And that's a huge run. I don't know why she's trying to get in a rundown. And the coach even said, don't do that. You got a base hit. You're the tying run. The last thing you want to do is get picked off at first base. She almost did. Okay, so a run in for I-5. And I'll just say this real fast while I have time in a second here. If the ball goes on the ground, over the bag, lands foul, that's a fair ball. Okay? I actually had an umpire that didn't know that. Check swing, and she fouls it off. Now, if the ball goes over the bag on a line drive, lands foul, it's a foul ball. On the ground, over the bag, lands foul, fair ball. That's the difference. All right, we got that taken care of. All right, here's Rosie. I think she's going to be the last batter here. Here's a pitch. High drive to right field, and that's over the right fielder's head. This could tie the game. You got to send her if she's the last batter, and the runner will score to tie the game. And Rosie goes into second, helping her own cause. She's the pitcher with a double. And that is the last batter. So guess what, folks? They got 2 runs there to tie it up, so this game ends in a 4-4 tie. Well, that was exciting. And a nice little comeback by I-5 to get 2 runs in the last inning there to tie it up. And once again, it's a friendly. Games can end in ties. You have time limits. And there is lights here. It's getting dark, but the lights aren't on. So the umpire made it clear that was the last batter, and Rosie got a big hit to tie the game up. So this 14U game between I-5 and Batbusters ends in a 4-4 tie. And that's going to do it for us. So we want to say thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to go to Fast Pitch Films and check out all your softball needs and softball content. If you want to check out any of the games that were here today at San Antonio Park, feel free to do so. They will be there for you for your viewing. As always, it's been a pleasure. My name is Dale Lopes. Once again, the final score in this 14U game, I-5 4, Batbusters 4. Until next time, thank you so much, everybody. Safe travels, stay healthy, and good luck in moving forward. Until next time, so long, everybody.